Today, we're diving into a simple but honestly a really profound story. It's called The Cracked Pot, and it's all about the surprising gift of imperfection.
I want to start with a question for you, something to just kind of mull over. What if that one thing about you, you know the one, the thing you see as your biggest flaw that you wish you could change?
What if that is actually your greatest gift in disguise? It's a challenging thought for sure, but it's the big idea we're going to explore today through this wonderful little tale.
All right, so our story kicks off in a small village with a woman, and every single day she'd walk down to the stream to get water. To do this, she used two big pots, each one hanging on the end of a pole she carried right across her shoulders.
Now this was the daily reality for these two pots. One of them was, well, perfect. It held every single drop of water from the stream all the way back to the house. But the other one, it had a small crack. So by the time they finished that long walk, it would only be half full. One did its job perfectly. The other, by pretty much any standard, was failing.
And you can imagine this constant, day in, day out comparison. It really started to take its toll. For the cracked pot, this wasn't just a physical thing. It became this deep emotional weight.
For a really long time, this pot was just miserable. Every single day, it watched the perfect pot deliver a full load, while it could only ever manage half. It just felt like a failure, totally ashamed of its one persistent imperfection.
Well, finally, one day, it just couldn't hold it in any longer. It spoke to the woman, its voice just filled with shame, and it said, "I'm so sorry. Because of my crack, you only get half the water, even though you do all this work. I waste your effort every single day."
But the woman's response, this is where the story takes this beautiful, completely unexpected turn. She didn't get angry, she wasn't frustrated at all. Instead, she offered a total shift in how to see things.
She just smiled and asked the pot a really gentle question. She said, "On our walk back tomorrow, I want you to look really closely. Did you ever notice the beautiful flowers growing on your side of the path?"
So as they walked the next day, the pot saw them, truly saw them for the first time, these beautiful wildflowers. The woman then explained her little plan. She said, "I planted flower seeds on your side of the path because I knew about your crack, and every single day as we walk back home, you've been watering them."
The woman looked at the pot and said, "Without you being exactly the way you are, without your crack, there would be no beauty along this road for us to enjoy." The flaw wasn't a failure at all. It was the very thing that made all that beauty possible.
And this brings us right to the heart of the story. You know, the real takeaway for all of us. It's about finding the beauty in the break and learning to embrace our own unique flaws.
So maybe we need to redefine what we mean by flaws. They aren't just weaknesses. They're the unique cracks that, when we stop fighting them and maybe start embracing them, can become this unexpected source of beauty, strength, and growth in our lives.
So, what's the big lesson here? Well, first, that your flaws are part of what make you unique. They make you you. Second, those very imperfections can be the source of something beautiful that you might not even see yet. And maybe most importantly, the key is to just keep walking your path, because your purpose might be unfolding in ways you can't even imagine.
And that leaves us with one final, really important question to ask ourselves. Take a look at your own perceived imperfections, your own cracks. What unexpected flowers are you growing because of them? What beauty exists in your life, not in spite of your flaws, but because of them?